it's more hard to have.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm currently on International Cyber Security Conference representing Ekens Security and Law Science. As you can see, I will go around and show you the tutorial of what is going on.
In the same area, we have a laptop, so people take a laptop out of the corporate network, bringing it at home. Makes it difficult to, I would say, have an eye on it. Be able to, I would say, do the proper patch management and configuration because they're not always at the office. We also have, these days, we see a lot of cloud. I think many of you guys are facing cloud right now or are looking for cloud. Sorry. Okay. Go back. So we have the cloud here. So basically Office 365, Salesforce, things like that. There are more and more often. Containers, so container security for anything related to DevOps are facing a new challenge, and anything related to ICS, industrial IoT, and enterprise IoT. So there's a challenge here, it's a big challenge. So you need to have the tools or a proper set of tools to help you reducing what we call a cyber exposure. So giving you a chance and by giving you I would say, a proper way to defend yourself. Our tools are, I would say, very easy to use. And in this one, the main focus, the main concern of our company is basically doing vulnerabilities. We're not an IDS, we're not an IDS, we don't do AV protection. We're helping you achieving good compliance, better vulnerability management, and helping you achieving good security. So basically the vulnerability itself, it can be a lot of things. It can be a bad password, it can be a weak password, it can be, of course, a bad configuration, a patch that doesn't apply, things like that. So you need to have a tool that will help you achieving this or help you improving your security. So even if you're not a security specialist, you can use our tool to helping you achieving better results. Doing proper configuration. We can do what we call compliance scanning, like CIS scanning, to improve your security. You can find proper patching that wasn't properly applied or simply that the team forgot to apply it. So we can do some kind of third-party integration with patch management and saying, hey, do my patch management, do the proper job by going inside the patch management and doing what we call patch auditing conflict. What it does is basically we're connecting to, let's say, an asset. We're looking for the same asset into the patch management system and say, hey, we'll look at the difference. The patch management told me that, hey, those patch has been applied, but when we see it in real life, it doesn't apply. So it's things like that with our tools, you can do a lot of things, even if you're not a security guru, because we're giving you the risk, what the description of the vulnerability itself, and how to fix it. So basically, with all those information, anyone can actually use your tool and do better security on your network, on your website, or even for anything related to cloud and even DevOps. So the cyber exposure, like I told you, is managing and measuring your modern attack surface to accurately understand and reduce your cyber risk. So you have a lot of different components these days. Those are, I would say, a huge challenge to understand, to have a proper situation or proper map of what's currently on your network. So this is why this is exactly what is a cyber exposure. And this is why it's a risk. Because basically, most of the different, I would say, asset type other than the traditional RT, at least for security, it's not a challenge because it's not a security expertise. So the three key questions that you need to ask is basically, where are we exposed? So where are possibly my security flaws? Another thing after that, when you say, okay, where are my flaws? Where should we prioritize? What we need to prioritize first, and basically how we are reducing exposure over time. So with our set of tools, where are we exposed? It's basically with our tools, you can do some kind of inventory of your network, of your web application, of your virtual machine, of your mobile device, because we can integrate with MDM and telling you, okay, so this is basically my inventory. After that, with this context, you can use our tool to say, okay, where are my flaws within my network? Very important to look, and it's very important to, I would say, a very important control to put in place. The CIS, the first place, if you look at the top security control, is what you got in your network. So it's a very important thing to do. After that, you will receive a lot of love because each corporate network has a lot of different security flaws. So the challenge here is You guys probably don't have unlimited time, unlimited resources if you're a manager. So after that, what I can do with this short amount of time, and basically based on the result, where should I prioritize it? So we're giving you the plan. So you have 10,000 vulnerabilities. Where should I start? So basically, this is what we're going to tell you. What are the best practices on the market to manage those vulnerabilities and how to fix them? Other question is basically, we want to be sure that our security, the vulnerability management program is doing well, is doing its job. We're doing as a team a good job to reduce the vulnerabilities over time. Okay. So this is, I would say, the cyber exposure life cycle. We have the discover phase, like I told you. We discover the asset. We have the assets, which is basically, okay, now that I know those devices, what are the vulnerabilities on them? What are basically the bad configuration? What are the bad password that is currently on those devices? This is the assets part. So this is a critical part of the cyber exposure life cycle. After that, you have a ton of different security vulnerabilities. What we need to do next? What are, like I told you, the best strategy to reducing quickly your vulnerabilities within your network? After that, another important challenge that we got is, okay, now I found all those vulnerabilities. What I should do next? We need to have a proper way to understand what is the best way to fix it, and because it's good to see that we have actually vulnerabilities on those assets, but the challenge is how I can fix it. I want to fix this problem. So we're giving you the exactly good recipe to actually fix it. And after that, like I told you, we want to measure. We want to be sure that our solution or your program actually do the best job for you and do the proper way to measure and say, oh, we are efficient or not over time. Exactly what I told you. Okay. So this is, I would say, our cyber exposure platform. So we have different tools and platforms that can help you achieving and doing a good vulnerability management program. So if you are aware of the NESA scanner, basically if you want to compare maybe with our portfolio versus the traditional NESA scanner, this is only the one component of the NESA scanner. The NESA scanner is a network vulnerability management tool, so it basically will scan your network, scan your asset, and telling you the vulnerability. If you want to have maybe a better picture or better coverage, we have the NESA agent. A good example is you have laptops that are not always on the network, so we want to be sure that even if they are at home or even they are at home, you can do the proper vulnerability scan. The NESA Network Monitor. This one is I would say, monitoring tools that actually listens to the network traffic and telling you the vulnerabilities without touching. It can detect also assets that connect live on the network and telling you, hey, we have a new asset that's connecting right now. For the web app scanner and the image registry, those are the ones that will scan your website for OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities like SQL injection, XSS, etc. Image registry is more related to Docker. I don't know, guys, does someone here use Docker to their network? Okay, doesn't seem so. So we have the platform after that, integration services. These are basically actually the API. So we have an API that can use all those tools and integrate with different products. We talk later about the patch management program. You can integrate with solution for password management. You can integrate with CM. You can integrate with a lot of different things. With NAC, even NAC. Let's say you plug a device into your network. We don't know this network. You can launch a vulnerability scan and say, hey, the device is not safe to connect within your network. After that, what you can actually achieve: vulnerability management with application scanning, container security, and I would say the more important thing, when everything is in place, you want to have reporting, dashboard, and be able to do prioritization. So dashboard are, I would say, personally, I think the best way to analyze the information that we got. It can help you saying, okay, we have a specific goal at our company, what we can do quickly to achieving this. So basically with our tools, you have the complete visibility to all those asset types within the same tools. It can help you prioritize, like I told you, and do some kind of guidance to giving you guidance to actually how to fix it. And we have a solution that is now cloud and on-prem. The cloud solution can do, of course, the on-prem and cloud solution, so it can do external perimeter scanning, internal network scanning, consolidate those information within the same console, and giving you, I would say, the complete overview of your network, basically. Okay, why Tenable? We are a technology leadership. We are well known in the company. It's been more than 20 years that we're doing vulnerability management and finding. So we have a complete vision over vulnerabilities. We're not planning to do SIEM. We're not planning to do anything related other than vulnerabilities. So if you guys want to have a robust solution and a robust, not only solution, but a company that has the vision and has the experience managing and finding vulnerabilities, we are actually this company. Like I told you, the singular version, and we are very, the success of our customer related to the vulnerability management is very important to us. When I used to see clients, we are not only focusing on selling product, but we want to helping you achieve better results into your vulnerability management product. It's very important to us because it's good to implement a product, but if the result is not there, you will not be satisfied. This is why we're here. So we don't have time today for the basically the cyber exposure. Usually, when I have a little more time, I show the client how a pen tester can actually fingerprint a company and say, okay, those are the security flaws, what are their exposure, and within a short amount of time, without even touching your network, you can find vulnerabilities. So it's a very interesting demonstration, but sadly we don't have time today. But if you want maybe to have this kind of demo, you can pass at our booth, and we can maybe take schedule a meeting with you guys, and I can maybe show you those type of demonstration. Any question? Doesn't seem so? So that's it. Thank you for your time. Oh yeah, one question. Yep.
I was wondering about this Docker registry.
I'm sorry?
Docker registry, the image registry.
The image registry, you want to know more information about it?
Docker and,
it's for Docker, correct.
Now question, the Docker itself, Docker.io
yep.
registry,
yep.
image registry, and they do scanner for the paid customers. What's the difference? What's the point of using you as Docker itself?
I would say on our side, the Docker services are maybe, like you said, when we focus more on pen testing. We help you achieving good results within your development, certain life cycle development. So basically, in each version, we scan your DLL. So basically, did you use the proper DLL or the proper open source, or does the one that you use as a vulnerability element? So basically, what we do is scan the DLL, scan the malware on the image itself, and tell you, oh, this is where the security flaws are there. So we can patch it as long as you currently do the development of your routine.
So in this case, Docker images actually should be hosted in Tenable.io or Tenable.io just next to Docker?
Good question. Actually, Tenable.io, the image needs to be hosted in our cloud to do the scanning, because the scan engine is not on the Docker side. It's basically on our side. You upload your image registry. So basically, our license is by the image container size, basically. And after that, when you import all your data, we can analyze it for you.
So you do images for Linux and for Windows?
For Windows?
Windows.
No, not now. It's not planned right now.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, guys. So thank you for your time, and do not hesitate if you have more questions. That's how we do. Thank you.
Oui, merci.